And good morning. Happy Hump Day, March the 18th, 6:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We hope your day is starting well, or if you're in the middle of your day, could be a night shift person or somebody who doesn't sleep well. We pray your day is going well. Really enjoyed shows last night. Had a great time with our interview, Scooter Bangs. In fact, he had called me. I've got to get in touch back with him today. Want to know how to find it. Friends want to watch, and we want them to be able to do that. And I missed that call. We were doing it. We did a longer show, and then we did a show behind that. But if you get a chance, watch the interview. Just a straight shooter kind of guy, and that's the only way we should have it. Just a straight shooter. Be who you are, and that's all that matters. And so, great guy. I really enjoyed talking with him, and I look forward to going down and visiting his restaurant there and having partaking of some really good food. I mean, he had me he had me hungry before I got off the air. But a great guy. Spent a lot of time with us. An hour on screen is a long time for someone, and he was excited to share his story, and that's what we like to do is share their story, their history in the sport or whatever the story may be. Maybe an author. We do have the Wolf Nation Book Club, and we try to bring an author at least once a month. And we try to do that. We've been able to mostly do that. We had one that had to back out due to wife's illness, and so we may have missed 1 month. But mostly, we've been for the last several months. We've had an author a month, and we're looking forward to expanding that and having people come on and talk about books that they enjoy and kind of recommends and stuff like that. If you'd like to be included, just let us know. Lord knows. And I just got in a book yesterday. Like I don't have tons to read, but I had saw this book uh, called Kill to Order that I really wanted to get. So if I was going to do a recommend, I've not read it yet, but it's about the harvesting industry, organ harvesting industry that is out there in the world, and so specifically what they've seen in China. So a book that I just got it in yesterday. Not even opened the first page yet. Looking forward to reading that. Uh, just horrible stories out there. There even in our area there was. Well, in Atlanta, which is about 2 hours away from me, there was a guy. I think he was down in a club or something, and these people, they, tricked him into getting to the motel room. Then they basically put him out, and he wakes up and he's open, and they had taken an organ, a kidney or something, I think it was, out of him. He lived, if I remember right, but it was like, can you imagine waking up and that horrible? So the black market on stuff like that. All right, share screen, and we'll get our verse in today. Always first things first. For by him were all things created, that in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. Colossians 1:16. That's a verse you can just hang on to right there and tuck right in, and it'll do you well. Love that verse. Remembering who the creator is. Sometimes I know every human, I believe, has a part to play in the plan of God. Doing we've all got something to do. We have a purpose. There's, if nothing else, to one, to follow Him, and two, to share the Great Commission and tell others about the saving power of Jesus Christ. But sometimes people here I think that they believe, either they think, one, I can do whatever I want to do, and I can alter the plan of God and do it my way. Not going to work. It's not going to end well for you. And two, those people that think they're somehow God, that they're going to do God a solid, and that through their work that they're changing things. There's nothing. Everything is going to happen right along how it's supposed to happen. It's the most amazing thing. God has all this power. Yeah, He gives us free will, and no matter what roads we choose, it's not going to alter the plan of God. It's just the most amazing thing. One day, by and by, we'll understand that more and more. But it cracks me up. Some people that really do believe. I think that they wouldn't say it that way, but it's the way they act. It's like they believe that they are the hand of God, like they're guiding the hands of God and making changes because of their intellect, their abilities, their investigative qualities, or whatever it is. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? Like, you really think you're changing or altering? We can all do good, yes, do better and make the world a better place, but we're not altering. We're just not caught God by surprise. He knows exactly what's going to happen before it ever happens because he knows all past, present, and future. If he wasn't, why would I want to worship him? He wouldn't be God. He would be just some deity that I've made up. And there are people who have done that, but in the I put my faith and trust in Jesus Christ. So anyway, I always love to start with a verse, and it always just sets the course for things. Hey, little Zelensky, but we'll get to birthdays in a second. I want to go this. Zelensky says that Ukraine stands ready to help America counter Iran. So now he's the new NATO. Like he can't get in NATO, and NATO wouldn't help the president. So he's angry with him. So is it going to be the new NATO? Maybe Zelensky's going to. The president didn't say anything about this that I know of, but he's jumping on an opportunity here. He says Ukraine has developed expertise that could help defend American personnel, assist allied interest as tensions rise in the Middle East. And the timing of it is incredible, of course. While the NATO, the president has been unsuccessful getting NATO, and boy, we need to listen to this. I mean, NATO's been there's been a lot of member states of NATO been all over us about Ukraine. Our holdback, and the Europeans are going to take the lead now in the world. Please. Anyway, that Zelensky says he's going to help protect, he's going to help protect American interest. So he's going to join a new coalition, I guess. Zelensky. If he can't see, he's not been in the news much lately. He's had to find a way. Say, hey, I'm still here. Hey, James, how you doing? Good morning to you, man. Blessings from the great Empty Pockets podcast. Hope you're doing well, my friend, and the show. Really enjoying. I try to catch as many of them as I can. The Saturday shows. It's a good time for me to catch your show, and I really enjoy the conversations that you and friends have had concerning veteran affairs and things like that. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Hope things are well in Springfield this morning, Springfield, Ohio. Hope that that you got everything under control up there. I know you're trying. But I just thought it was funny that Zelensky is he's gonna help. He stands ready. He's at the ready to assist his American friends. James says he is. Amen. I wanted to ask you. I did hear your program because I had wondered what was happening as well. And there's our shameless plug for our Patriot Mobile. Use promo code Cornbread. But anyway, I was wondering. Oh, okay. Springfield is corrupt as ever. And I don't want to dig into anybody else's business. I just really just concerned. Is our good friend Killer Carl, is he going to be able to go back on Rumble, or is he forever going to be just going from other? I followed him on YouTube and watched him a little bit in one of his shows, and I think I've got him followed. I already had him followed on one or two other things. I would just wondered if they're going to allow him back, because I hate that. I just hate that for him. Because I had been looking like, what happened? I thought I was missing something. I thought the system was playing games with me, because I was looking for his show a couple of times, couldn't find it. Then I heard your show, and you were talking about it. So I just wondered, because I sure miss him over on Rumble. I mean, that's like a parking place for me at times. So if I don't even know if you know. So hope you get your computer fixed soon. I heard you talking about that. The old crash, and they have never answered. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate. I hate that. Well, okay. Thanks for the intel. I will just seek him out elsewhere. And there's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, gas. I was looking yesterday as I was leaving work in a dead run, so to speak, and I was really in a hurry because I had a couple, 2 or 3 stops to make, and then we had our guests last night for the racing hour. So I was kind of, so, but I needed to get a little bit of gas, you know. So I stopped at the local, and the locals are a tick higher usually than I can get right by the house. But you know, not it's not so crazy. But you know, every time I've gotten gas, it's went up. So I paid. It's one of those things where I could have kicked myself because I was in such a hurry. I just pulled in the first place. They're side by side, basically, with a road in between. And I looked up, and it was 389. I was like, oh. But I looked across the street, it was 369. I just didn't notice that there was a 20-cent difference. I don't know what it was by the house. I was in such a hurry, I didn't even go by there. Kind of came in a different direction. But I was like, okay, now if gas gets to 4, you know, most people they'll grumble and gripe, and it does have an effect. I mean, I looked at what went in my car for 20. It's a little different, you know. So we were 250, about 250 right before this whole thing hit. And here, you know, I was sitting here thinking, okay, we're approaching, even in my little town and hamlet, you know, not big city, we're approaching $4 a gallon. I think most Americans are going to be kind of quiet about it, but if it hits $4 a gallon, not in the city, in big cities, you kind of expect things are going to be higher, and you know that's just the way it is. Mostly, you get in the suburbs, maybe not so much, but in little towns like I work in, if that hits $4 a gallon, that's not going to be good for the administration. And I'm not saying I don't, you know, I'm not supportive of our soldiers. Oh no, I'm not saying. I'm just saying the pressure builds, and we haven't seen that kind of. You know, it's. Let's see. Would you be interested in doing? Oh, sure, man. Absolutely, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'd be. Yeah, just give me a holler, man. Be glad to. We are. It's one of the. I mean, we have some. I love all of our shows, but that's one of our fastest growing, I think, shows that we have done over the last year. So it has been. It's been a blessing, to say the least, and we have tapped into some folks in across the region down here that just have not ever been talked to, and they're just loving it and bringing interest to it. So and it's it's one of those things where racing, it's more that it can be more than just the NASCAR. So um, yeah, that's right, Watchman. I'll agree with you. That's what's being. But that's going to. I mean, and I'm again not. This is not a pro dig. We can make it a call-in show. Okay, yeah. And that's one thing we haven't offered, but we can do that. We could look for a spot to do that. Thank you, man. Um, but yeah, just purely looking at it straight on, Americans are going to get ticked off when if we go over 4, and God help them if it gets to 5 or 6 or something. It's going to be on. It's going to be on like Donkey Kong. And that's what I was thinking about as I was putting gas, and I need to stop by the. I had to stop by the get the prescriptions for my wife, and I was looking at my granddaughter wanted something from some place, and I was sitting here and I was just putting the gas in. And I was thinking, yeah, that's not the look. That's bad. That's bad. People will get ticked. Even the most ardent supporters, even if they still support, they're going to be grumbling. They're going to be griping. They're going to say, "What in the world?" And being that this is, that we have inflicted so much damage, by now they're going to be caught. It's going to be a big push to get the heck out. And I think that the words will come back to haunt. I know it takes time. You can say campaign things, and the president has fulfilled a lot of campaign promises, but the drill, baby, drill. That whole mantra was, we don't need anybody else. We'll drill it here. And I know it's more than just oil coming through the strait, but let's be honest, that's really the biggest thing that they're protecting. I mean, certainly there's thousands, maybe millions of other things or whatever, but when you talk about all the Amazon stuff, all the stuff that comes from that region, Timu, Shein, Amazon, I mean, all the stuff that comes from that region that's sitting on ships right now. But, you can pivot on that. But oil is one thing. You can't pivot too much. If that's 20% of the supply that's coming in, it's going to have an effect. And people weren't expecting that to happen like that. Let's see. It was going to be $8. It's not resolved. And also we'll select it too. Calves are selling for $2,200 a head now. Wow. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and so I think there's a window here where you better mop up the operation pretty quick, and then have a big. We've accomplished our what we wanted to do, and we're getting out now. I mean, I would say a week to 10 days. Just what I think. I could be wrong, but I think, hey, there's Biscuit Boy. So
How
I
we doing?
think a week to 10 days if the gas prices keep going up. There's a lot of ifs there, but they're shooting up. They're not trailing off. And I think the administration would be having to answer a lot of difficult questions if it reaches four. But if it reaches $5, five is like that would be like DEFCON five. One at five as it goes. It goes from 1 to 5, right? We're at DEFCON 5 for American consumers if gas prices were to hit $5 a gallon.
Well,
They would they would be coming
Dave,
for somebody's head.
the the thing is, we're supposed to be energy independent.
Exactly.
This whole drill baby drill thing. We've got the oil. We got more oil than anybody in the world. And
I like that.
they I don't think prices should be going up just because the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, the Strait of Hormuz is open. We
Yeah.
have dominance over that region, and I don't understand why gas prices are going up so high.
Well, you get all these speculators in the futures
Well,
market
yeah,
and all that, and they start looking at, and again, it did actually dipped. The price per barrel dipped. It went up, over $100 per barrel, and then dipped down to $77 a barrel.
yep,
And so, but the prices didn't reflect that. They kept going up. They leveled a little bit, but they kept going up, and they've continued to go up.
right,
I like that. Stock up on the three B's: beans, bullets, and bombs.
yeah.
James he says, I've had enough of that. You can visit our website, southernfriedcornbreadnation.com. But how you doing this morning, Biscuit Boy?
Well, I've been awake for a while. I've had my devotion and prayer and all that good stuff this morning, and
Yeah.
feel great. Feel
Uh,
great. I'm gonna start trying to get into a new routine.
a new routine.
Yep, yep. Getting up, like I used to. I used to be up every morning between 4:30 and 5 every morning.
Well, good, because I need you here
Yeah, I'm
helping
gonna.
my brain.
I'm
Uh,
gonna. I'm
two
gonna
two
try my best.
two brains are better than one, or at least maybe you put our brains together and maybe you get one. I
If
don't
I
know.
if I add mine to yours, we'd probably have a whole brain.
We I was telling them Scooter had called me again last night,
Mhm.
and I was on shows, but he's got friends wanting to watch the show, so I got to send him tell him how to get there today. I'm gonna call him back.
Okay, all right.
Scooter was awesome. I enjoyed our conversation with Scooter.
Almost definitely.
Watchman says, wait till those countries that are getting hit in the Middle East start pulling out their money from the stock market, it will crash. Well, there's always that danger of the stock market, also the abandonment of the dollar.
Well, but the
You know,
thing is, this is what people need to understand. We've got China in a situation. Okay,
yeah, their
they're no
economy's
longer
stuck.
getting all their oil from Maduro, for free. They're no longer getting their oil from Iran at a very very discounted price, and their stock market they're going to crash here before long. They're having to buy oil from us,
Yeah,
and we're Trump has just about put China in checkmate.
which could be bad if they decide that what, we're going to lash out. So
That's
there's
true.
always
That's true.
that's a
But
danger as well. Cuba's
yeah,
economy has collapsed. I mean,
yeah,
they're in a mess. You
yeah.
know.
There's a lot of people, but the good news is that there are, and I don't know that this is true. I need to do some more research into it, but I have heard from multiple sources that there are Muslims in Iran by the thousands that are converting to Christianity.
Well, that has been going on actually for a while. It just doesn't get talked about. It has been said for some time that those coming to faith within those countries is in the
Yeah, yeah,
hundreds of thousands
if
every
not
year.
millions.
It could even be hundreds of thousands every month.
Right.
The numbers are hard to pin down, but there is a huge movement. It just again, you're not going to have people standing up in the the center square of Riyadh. I mean, it's just a different thing. But
Right.
there are a lot of them coming to faith in Christ. Absolutely, that's true.
Have
I
you?
have heard that through all of my circles of folks that
Yeah.
are that are working in these ministries, and some of the big ones that really surveys and stuff, and
Right.
just pulling all this information together. There was quite a few Christians in Iran. There was until recently there were actually a lot of Jewish people in Iran. It's just over the last few years, they had a presence there. I think they've all gotten out now. There may be some,
Right.
but it's
Well, we don't
the
want
gospel's
ISIS
going
raised
forth,
its
man.
ugly
The
head.
gospel's going forth. It's the answer for the world, and we know this. And people see the emptiness of what they've been given. It's like
Yeah.
this doesn't do nothing for me. This does not help me. There's no answer for me. So you
My
definitely see
devotion
that.
this morning, Dave, was in the book of Jonah. And,
Hello there on Instagram. Just give me a shout out real quick while you're pulling it up. Appreciate you. Thanks all of you coming in. Just to make sure I give them a shout. Go
oh,
ahead,
yeah,
Ron.
definitely. But in Jonah, Jonah, he wasn't happy with God.
He
He
was
didn't want to
not.
go to Nineveh.
He did
And,
not. Yeah.
can you imagine after he was spit out by that being in the belly of that well with all the acid and everything, his clothes were probably dyed white and they're ripped apart. And he gets spit out there on the beach and tells the people to repent. That would scare the fool out of anybody, seeing a white guy, just completely bleached white. I thought that would be funny.
You got it, Watchman. Good. I love that. Yeah, keep on. We got to keep on pressing forward, giving the gospel, and the scriptures will destroy any argument.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. They
And
will. We need to arm ourselves with the sword of the word.
yes, Jerry, there have been conversions, but they have been meeting in
Spirit.
secret. Hopefully now they can come out in the open. But yeah, I always say I was on the streets of Atlanta. I had a youth team in a Orthodox area. Now, Orthodox in Atlanta, it is Orthodox. It's probably not as strict they would probably think they are as New York, but I worked in those areas.
Yeah,
Call me
I was down
crazy,
there with
but
you one time.
yeah, we went. I was in that area too. That area. I worked that neighborhood right there.
It's
That
awesome.
little subdivision. We went
Yeah.
back in there, brother. Right. But anyway, we ran into a lady and her child on the Sabbath. Running, going to the temple in the synagogue, and we was able to give her a copy of the gospel on that day. She's not supposed to touch any of that, but she did. She looked around and made sure nobody was looking, and put that down in her. She basically was like, opened her bag, like put it in here, and
Yeah.
then closed it up.
Quick.
Said I really have to go. Thank you so much. But you know what? There's a person searching right there. There's a person that's headed, doing the form and tradition and all the things that, they've been raised in religion. But here's a person that's like, because, she took it, and people say you can't do that. Well, sure you can. And so you can witness to people on the streets of whatever city you can. You just you got
You
to
can
know where
witness
you're at.
people wherever you're at. It doesn't matter.
But
You got to let the love of Christ shine through you, and be genuine to them.
James, you're crazy. I love you, man. Animal control.
I got spit out on a
They
beach
were
one time. It was
ridiculous, and they
funny.
thought he was digging at first. I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, that's true. There is, and we've worked in those areas. One of those, the first house right down the street from where we got out and talked to that rabbi,
Right.
right down the street. It's a little subdivision, and it has no, you're not supposed to go in there, but we did. But the first house was the one, and we worked the rest of the community, but the first house is the one where the guy chased us off his property. And then he screamed all the way through the neighborhood, "The Christians are here! The Christians are here!"
Wow.
Started calling his neighbors and telling them to lock their doors. But we were still able to minister some, because not everybody in that subdivision was Jewish, but most were. But we ran into people from China and different places, and
Well, I
they
know
listened. So
when we stopped to talk to that rabbi, there was a fellow there with a machine gun. Looked
Yeah.
like.
Well, that was around the time they'd had a lot of violence.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
there had been the two yeshiva students that had been attacked in over near Emory Hospital,
yeah, yeah.
and there was another guy beat up walking to synagogue. That was around the time that a lot of Christians were walking with Jews in the streets and in Atlanta. It was pretty ugly there for a little bit. I hadn't heard of anything lately, but so they still have the security. But yeah, they have armed security at all of those on service times anyway.
And that's sad that we have to be that way. That
Yeah,
they have to be that way. But they're still living in sin. It doesn't matter. The Lord said all governments are evil,
yeah. Well, sure. I mean, they
and they
are,
are. I mean,
including our own. I mean,
exactly, including all governments. That's all encompassing, and
bunch of liars, evil. They do bad things.
Yeah, they do.
There's no moral high ground in government. There's no moral high ground.
No, and I heard an interesting story about Donald Trump. There was was it back in the 30s, I believe it was. It might have even been before that. There was a little island off the coast of either Scotland or Ireland where these two older ladies, they prayed and prayed and prayed, and revival hit. People, they couldn't get to church. People started coming to their houses. And people were being saved. The whole island just about. And that Bible that one of the old ladies had, she gave to this young lady, and the young lady brought that Bible when they came to the United States, and she married a man, and they had a family. And anyway, one of the kids was Donald Trump, and that Bible is in the Oval Office, the Revival Bible. That lady had is in the Oval Office, and
that's one of the great revivals that swept across Europe and the world. Really was two ladies praying. That's how it started. That's absolutely true.
And that
revival starts with us. I mean,
yes,
not looking at other people, but with us. And America needs revival, and that's
we do bad,
and that's why revival comes when times are tough.
That's right.
It really will. When life is, Biscuit Boy just canceled himself off the show. He'll be back. Washington State, we have Bible studies here at the house. We got 35 people at one time. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's what you truly call the church on the back porch, or in the living room or whatever.
Biscuit Boy, idea what I just did.
You got a fat thumb or something? You hit that button.
At least I didn't hit the end button. And like I did the last time.
The whole live.
Yeah.
Kill the live. We all say good night, good morning, or whatever, and see you. Because at that point, I ain't coming back. I'll be like, that's a mess. That's a sign from above, or at least from whoever. I'm done. I'll just move on. Too much work to come right back in. So it's not really that bad, but yeah, it is Hump Day, folks.
Hump Day.
And our National Day. Can you dig the National Day on this one, Biscuit Boy? It is National Sloppy Joe Day.
You know what? I hadn't had a Sloppy Joe in forever.
I was thinking about that same thing this morning when I saw that. I grew up on Sloppy Joes, man.
You and me both.
But the question is, what was it, Manwich, or was it the other, just a traditional? I don't remember what the brand is that we always bought for our Sloppy Joes. Manwich was always a little higher, and the other one was kind of, I went for the cheaper version. But
they're all good.
My wife had never had that in her life, and when we got married, I was like, "Okay, we got to have Sloppy Joes," and she's like, "What's that?"
What's a Sloppy Joe?
So we used to have Sloppy Joes and fries, and a lot of people make a sandwich, almost like a sandwich out of it.
Mm-hmm.
With
I just did it open face.
But I just open face it. I don't need all that. I just take a fork and that's the way I do it.
That you and me both.
So yeah, and it's also National Lacy Oatmeal Cookie Day. Lacy. Oh.
Lacy oatmeal cookie.
Yeah,
Don't
day.
know that I've ever heard of a Lacy oatmeal cookie.
Well, it has the whatever that is they put on the top of the cookie. I guess that's the lacy part. So yeah, and it's National Biodiesel Day. Um, okay, I don't know why they have to have a day for that, but it also is National Small Business Development Center Day. The problem
Watching
is
those do
that
so, that does sound like good times right there, brother.
if
Eat, sing, preach, testify, and do it again.
that's it, that's
Amen.
it. I grew up on stuff like that, small
Yep.
church, house church, all that.
Yeah. Church wasn't just an
It's
hour.
it's National Supreme Sacrifice Day, thinking of those who have died to
Yeah.
preserve our freedom. It's
Yeah.
also National Awkward Moments Day. Have you ever had an awkward moment, Paul? I've had some awkward moments. We've lost Paul. He's
No,
frozen in
I'm
time.
here. I was
Oh,
making
okay.
an awkward moment.
Oh, just making an awkward moment. Okay, good call. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, don't make me come through the screen on you. Take an oversized bun, put sloppy joes with cheese on it, and then put it in the oven.
Oh, yeah. Bake them bad boy. I've had
I'm a
them all
fan.
kinds of ways.
I didn't know that up in Ohio they understood sloppy joe. So okay,
Well, hey, it's a national thing, I believe. I wonder how they came up with the name Sloppy Joe. I wonder
maybe the
where it
guys that came up
originated.
with it was a guy named Joe. He was
Well,
always,
you
I
would
don't
think
know.
so.
James
Or
says
that's
he
the
has
way
an
he liked
awkward
his
moment
that's the
every
way he
day.
liked his sandwiches.
Well, maybe
You know?
Joe, you're awful sloppy with that sandwich.
Yep, that could have been it. Yeah, me too. I have awkward moments quite often.
Oh my goodness.
I've sat down with people before, and you ask a question, because you're trying to help people. I am, with finances, different things,
Yeah.
and you ask them a question, and I'll just sit there. I'll wait. I've sat for 4 minutes before in total silence. You talk about awkward, but I would not say a word until they answered that question.
Watchman said he almost had sloppy joes last night, but he made
Smash
smash
burgers
burgers.
instead.
Yeah, awesome. Birthdays day. Rob Lowe is 62. Has Rob Lowe ever been in anything that you liked? There, Biscuit Boy.
Yeah, I think he's probably been in a couple of movies. I mean, he was
Tommy
in
Boy is the one
Tommy
I think
Boy.
about. He was good in that.
He was in Tommy Boy.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
But however, Kurt Russell's birthday is today too. He's 75 and he's been in lots of things.
Yes, he has, and I love everything that he's done and all the things that he's doing. He's standing up against the establishment in Hollywood, and they're going crazy over it. Him and
St. Elmo's Fire. Okay, I'd forgotten about that. St. Elmo's Fire.
That's right. He was part of the Brat Pack, wasn't he?
Yep, that's true. Was. Let's see here. I got a text. Okay. It is. Kurt Russell was great as a child actor too. He made that jump. Sometimes it's hard. He was
did
in
a
lots
lot
of westerns
of
and stuff as a kid actor.
He was Mr. Disney there for a while.
Yeah, he's also been married for a long, long time, and in Hollywood, that's rare.
Yep,
very, very rare.
It is.
So happy birthday to him. Seemed like there was somebody else I wanted to mention. Gary Sinise, my gosh. Love Gary Sinise, man.
Yeah.
And I love what he does more beyond the acting with the vets and all, man.
Oh, yeah.
Love that guy, man. He's always out there seeing what he can do to help veterans.
Lieutenant Dan.
I mean, you can't get much better than that, dude.
No.
I mean, Gary, he is 71 years old today. Wow. Makes me feel old, man.
Did I show you that picture back around Christmas of Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan opening presents on Christmas morning?
I'm not sure.
Forrest gave him a pair of socks.
I thought you might like these.
I thought you might need these.
Oh man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Mel Gibson is making the Passion of the Christ Part 2, the
yeah,
Resurrection. Mel
yeah.
is
Well,
bass great
I
actor
can't
and
wait to see that movie.
director. You got new legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
It's also Billy Corgan's birthday, 59 years old. I like
Billy
his talk
Corgan.
show. I was never a huge fan of his. He's talented.
Yeah,
I'm just not a huge fan. It's also Patrick Duffy, 77 today. Dallas, I think of with Patrick Duffy. And
yeah.
what was that show he did with Suzanne Summers?
I I
Oh
have
my
no
gosh,
idea.
that was a pretty funny show, comedy. It was after Dallas he was on. So, and and his wife, his wife died, and her husband died, and they got together, and she's an accomplished actress as well, and I can't think of her name right now, but Duffy, Duffy is into Buddhism. I think it is. He's not a Christian, but
You know,
I did like his acting. I did like his acting.
I commented on something someone posted here the other day, and a Muslim fella came in and said something derogatory and said it was foolishness. And I just simply stated the truth. Every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
that will happen. It will happen.
Yeah.
One day you're going to stand before God.
Amen,
And
brother.
the book will be opened, and if your name's not in it, woe to you.
I'm
I
glad
hate
I'm
that.
in that company. Watchman said his Billy Corgan's his talk show is pretty good when he I agree with you, man, 100%.
Yeah,
He
he does have some interesting guests on his show.
You have to let them tell their story.
Yep.
And man, I want to tell you, last night Scooter, if he the only reason I ever talked was because he kind of waited for us. I was just enjoying him, letting him go, man. He was a gold mine of information and
Yep.
just sharing all kinds of stuff. And
I can't wait to go down there.
oh man, I'm telling you what, man.
I'm wanting to tear some of that catfish up. I was dreaming about that last night.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
I
that'd be a
didn't.
lot of fun.
I didn't hear about the gunman opening fire in the Georgia VA clinic. I didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear about that either.
It was, I guess, yesterday evening. Did you hear about
Really?
that, Watchman? I did not. You can't see Buddha for the libel. You can't react.
Do you know any of the details about it, Dave?
Well, I just pulled it up on Gateway Pundit. It was in where was this at? Jasper, Georgia. One employee critically injured was airlifted. He opened fire at the clinic and shot a Veterans Affairs employee. They came to the scene and shot the gunman. The Jasper police opened up on him, and they killed him.
Good.
The employee was immediately lifted to a local hospital where the condition is unknown. As of this writing, there was no announcement of who the identity of that person is. But Jasper, Georgia, opened up on a VA. Good God.
What?
So who were we talking about? Are you talking about our guest last night, Watchman? Scooter Bangs, Mark Bangs,
Yeah,
but Scooter
Bangs.
Bangs, he goes by. Not right meow. Yeah, he's a dirt track driver from Hollywood, Alabama.
That's right.
Hollywood, Alabama. I told Lynn last night when I got in, she didn't see the show, and I was telling her about him. I said, your family probably knows this guy because she's got family in Hollywood. So, I mean, he's been there for a while. Sounds like the kind of guy who knows a lot of people,
Well, every name that was mentioned, I mean, Chaser brought up his cousin last night, and he knew him.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. When you get somebody that knows people, you kind of connect that way. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But prayers for the employee. That's horrible, man. You got to really watch today. Um, let's see if there was anything else. There's a lot of talk that another Trump appointee or person in his staff or administration may be leaving. Um,
Who
Billy
would that be?
Tulsi, but there's a lot of talk about, and I said in this second part of the term, when it happens, you're probably going to see some people leave. You know,
Well,
uh, they
Christy
didn't say
Nome
who
did
it
a
was,
great
Watchman. They
job.
just said somebody that come in. They were not working there. I don't think. I think they were had walked in the VA and opened fire. I didn't hear
Right.
about the story. I just saw it this morning.
Yeah. Christy Nome did a good job, Dave, I think. And I think Tulsi Gabbard has done a tremendous job. I know
Yeah,
they're in a very
Watchman.
stressful job. That
Don't
is
know
a
if he was a
very
vet or
stressful job.
not. I
Pardon me?
don't know. I was telling Watchman I don't know if he was a veteran or not.
Oh,
We'll probably find out news when the day breaks this morning. So
hopefully.
officially on news and stuff.
Yeah.
But and again, this is not a shot at anybody in the job they do, but I think it's just a natural tendency because he's not running again. He
Yeah.
can't run again. There'll be
Well,
people leave,
I'd vote
before
for him.
they'll go write their book.
Oh yeah.
You should write a book about your life, Paul. You really should.
I've been told that a lot of times.
I mean, you tell a lot of stories. You could write a really cool book and kind of tell your story.
I've lived an interesting life. I can say that. It's been dull at times, you know. There's been ups and downs, mountains and valleys like life's supposed to be. And praise the Lord, I've learned through it. And He's brought me through it. And I'm here on the other side safely.
Amen to that. I have not. I've seen the resignation. I have not read the letter, Spartan. I'll read that today. And the Rumble bot. Thank you for the follow, NC252. We appreciate the follow. God
Yep.
bless you. Always support each other on Rumble, and all the other platforms.
Pickaxe.
Pickaxe, yeah, loving Pickaxe, and got some friends over there.
Yep.
I got a couple things I need to do at Pickaxe actually, and something I've just been with everything going on with the wife,
Yeah.
Um,
There's a lot of things packed into a small amount of time.
yeah, I appreciate my neighbor. Give her a shout out. She come over yesterday and was helping Lynn eat her dinner because Kaylee went need to go help. We've been recording, and she went to go help somebody else help their mom get up. She'd fell on the floor. Another lady.
Oh
And they
no.
were going to help get her situated. And so she came over and was helping Lynn with dinner, and I appreciate her. You just can't put a price on great neighbors.
No,
what
you
I mean?
can't. I'm very fortunate. I have really, really good neighbors, and just got some new family members moved in next door. Actually, here a couple of 3 months ago, and they're from Mississippi, and just wonderful people. Wonderful people.
From Mississippi.
Yep.
A lot of people are moving into this area. A lot of people from across the nation and the world, really. A lot of people even coming into the country are settling in this southeastern and southwestern areas. I mean, they're coming out of California and
they're leaving California and New York in droves.
New York, they sure are. Illinois, because that's one of the highest tax states in the country is Illinois.
Yep.
It's hard for businesses to make money there. A lot of them have. Some of that businesses came to Georgia.
Well, look at all the houses that are going up.
Oh yeah. Well, there's not enough, and that's what put
exactly.
a premium.
And these are high dollar houses.
They are high dollar houses.
The ones that are being built right down the road from me, they're building a new subdivision, so to speak. But
yeah, and your state is no state tax.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think there's 5 states that are no tax. I wish Georgia would do it. There's been a lot of talk about it. Hasn't happened, but I think it should.
Oh, I agree.
But Tennessee is if they can get the workers, and I think they will with people moving in. They have tons of available land.
Yeah.
They have internet corridors. They're no tax. Some of those areas are some of the lowest in the nation to live. When you get up around the Manchester, Winchester, McMinnville, that's some of the lowest cost of living
between
areas in the country.
between Chattanooga and that area.
And all the
Further north you
tourism
get to
that's here.
Chattanooga.
It's a beautiful area with mountains and
Mhm.
plains and rivers and all that stuff. We've got a pretty strong electrical grid here in the Tennessee Valley.
We do. We
Um,
have great Wi-Fi.
Great Wi-Fi.
We're called the Gig City.
Yeah, that's it. And a lot of people are finding that a home, making that a home.
Yep.
So it is. Some people wish they wouldn't, but
Yeah, that's true. But I'm gonna tell you what. There's some people that are here that I wish would go back because they come here and get into politics.
yeah, we don't need that.
No, you run the place you came from. Stay out of what we do.
Oh,
Just sit back and enjoy.
yeah. Sit back and enjoy. That's what I hope. Your hump day is enjoyable.
Yours
Paul,
as well. I
you
know
know,
it's
it seems like it should be Friday already.
yeah, no joke. It's only Tuesday. Oh wait a minute, today's Wednesday. Excuse me, that's hump day. Yeah.
Middle of the week, get things moving. It's going to be warming back up in our area. It's a little chilly this morning still, but it's
Yeah, I'm
moving and
sitting out here
warming
on
up.
the front porch and it's I think 27 degrees up here. And my hands are about numb. I think I'm gonna have to go in the house. I
The
came out
pride.
here because everybody's still asleep.
Oh, you don't want to wake them up.
Yep.
Well, everybody, you must have grandkids over.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah,
Which
see,
I'm not worried about waking the grandkids up because they're downstairs with the dog and you can't hear nothing down there. It's underground and
you mean the dog abandons you when the grandkids come over? Howie,
oh
Howie
yeah,
takes.
he sleeps with the grandkids.
Oh, I see how that works.
Yep. He thinks he's got to protect them,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, Howie, go into the basement with the kids. He wants the party. He wants to be a part of the party, man.
Right,
Go
more than
down.
likely.
Yeah, put that party
They're
under the
probably
rug.
eating junk food all night long, and he's down there chowing down.
He's like, you old folks, y'all just stay upstairs. I got this.
Yeah. I mean, they've basically got their own apartment down there.
They
They've got a
do. I mean, I've seen it. It's beautiful. Y'all have a beautiful home, man.
thank you.
You really, really do. I was telling Jeremy, we were talking about eventually, we have the back porch life on Friday
Yep.
night, Joe. And eventually that's going to come from Paul's back porch. And in Jeremy's mind, because he's not seen your home, he was thinking of kind of a deck, off the. But this is more than that. This is up. I mean, you're almost 3 stories up, I think, or something. It feels like it anyway.
At one point,
It's way up there, and you got a great view and everything. So it's not like just stepping out on the back patio or something like that. It is, but it's more than that.
right. And that's probably where we, will do some of it from is the upper deck. We
Yeah,
call it the upper deck. It's a 3-level system. So we've got a deck on the top floor, and then a deck with a couple of couches and stuff on the main level, and then on the bottom
about
level
that.
it opens up pretty big. And
We could have moving locations. We do the
yeah,
back porch show from.
yeah,
Do you think there's going to be a draft anytime soon?
a draft.
A draft.
No,
You think if we get deeper into this thing, if it don't pull out, if it'll be a draft? A lot of people
no, I
have
think there's
mentioned
too
that.
many people are volunteering.
Yeah,
I don't think we're going to have a need for a draft, especially with the technology that we have. Being so specialized, we want the people that are already there, that love their jobs to keep doing their jobs, especially our drone flyers and all that stuff.
yeah, yeah.
But I heard there's 20,000 boots on the ground in the Middle East right now,
I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, we keep quite a
and
few.
I don't want to see us have to go in, but
No,
if we could get in there and help some of those, that are trying to get rid of this regime that hate being under Sharia law, I believe we'd go in and help them. train them a little bit.
There's a lot of Iranians that from inside, even outside the country, especially that are saying, "Hey, listen, you don't." We supportive of what's going on, even though we may not like it. They're hoping that this is that moment because of the, you know, the deaths and tortures and stuff that have occurred in their country. So I'm not saying that's the reason for.
Well, I know the
there,
Shah,
but
the last Shah, his son has already come up and said that he's willing to go in and lead the country through a transition, but he does not want to start the royal family or so again. He wants to lead them into democratic, free elections.
if you had the money and power to have your own island, would you do that? Would you like create Paul's world? Your own island nation or something?
I don't know about a nation, but I definitely have my own compound. Yeah,
kind of get away off the grid a little bit, have your own grid set up, and get away from
our company, the Miliari Group owns an island in the Caribbean. It's called Hope Island.
Yeah.
Ed Milet is the fellow that bought it.
Ed Milet. Okay.
Yeah, if you guys want to see an interesting show, follow Ed Milet.
Ed Milet.
He is he passed Tony Robbins as the #1 motivational speaker.
Okay.
At one point. Ed's he's an amazing guy. He built a huge business in the financial world, and then he stepped away and started doing motivational speaking and things like that, and he is really good at it. Very, very good man. Good guy to listen to.
I've been able to be in groups where we've had people come in and speak at our company, your management team or whatever. Right. And it's nice to get impacted by that. You have somebody come in, it just kind of makes you think of things in a different way. Some people just have a real God-given talent to really stir in you and
John Maxwell's producing a lot of good ones.
I like John Maxwell. I'm a fan.
He was a speaker at our last event. He was a speaker. And we have some good people, within our organization.
Yeah.
And we are here. We're trying to change the financial landscape of the United States, one family at a time. And that's the way we like to do business. We don't do it like these big people. We never charge our clients a penny. We want all their money to go to work for them.
Yeah. So just remember, folks, the wolf knows, and to keep ascending. Absolutely.
That's right. That is right.
We're all going to have to get off here. It flies by. This hour flies by. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I can't believe it's already been an hour.
I know, and I appreciate everybody in the chat and everybody watching. Hope you have a great day. We'll be back tonight. I'll be on the air. I don't know what's on tap for tonight. Probably Patriot news, and we'll talk about some news and maybe
a little history.
Yeah, probably history. Probably I need to do a history show. So I may contact my friend there and see if she can come on now and talk a little history.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
She's awesome at Southern Shadows. I haven't talked to her lately. I need to do that. So maybe she can. I don't know. She may be busy. She has a business. So,
Oh, I will. What time you think we're going to jump on tonight?
Oh, it won't be before 6, I would think. So.
Okay. Well, I will do my best to be free at that time.
Yeah, it'll be 6. I've got some things I've got to do this afternoon, and but yeah, probably around 6-ish. Come on.
I've got to get this couch over there to the studio too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. I love the new setup. I think it's going to be awesome when we get everything done.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can see things better, and we're getting there. We're getting there in the studio. So appreciate all.
Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Slowly but surely, one foot in front of the other, as they say.
What the best way to eat an elephant is, right?
We're trying. We're up on that. We're trying to get up over that hill.
Yeah. You know what the best way to eat an elephant is, don't you?
Well, one bite at a time. That's what.
Exactly. That's it. One bite at a time.
I went to this one. I was at a class, and they kind of spent too much time on it. But they were trying to the whole thing about the elephant in the refrigerator and how the, it's kind of tricky questions, and I was like,
Right.
they had me, the whole crowd was like, can we just get started? We just get started with a class.
Yeah.
You're making us think too hard this morning.
Yeah, let's get going here.
Let's get going. Hey, have a great day out there, folks. God bless America. Pray for the troops.
Yes.
Pray for each other. And remember, Jesus is still saving old sinners.
That is exactly right. I'm living proof.
Amen. And pray for somebody today that needs a touch. You've probably got friends and family and somebody's going through a hard time. And pray for them.
Reach out to them.
Reach out to them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Music is going to go up and we're going out. Take care, everybody. We'll see you tonight. Thanks for your follow, share of the Southern Patriots and Wolf Nation podcast.
Peace.
Peace. Music. There.